Hey, Habs fans! Are you feeling a surge of wild excitement mixed with a healthy dose of skepticism right now? What if I told you that the Montreal Canadiens are reportedly in the mix for one of the greatest players in NHL history, Sidney Crosby, in a potential trade that could rewrite the league's landscape? This isn't just idle chatter. Rumors are swirling that the Habs are eyeing the Pittsburgh Penguins' legendary captain as the ultimate piece to turbocharge their rebuild. Today, we're diving deep into this jaw-dropping speculation, exploring what it would take to bring Crosby to Montreal, and imagining the seismic impact of seeing him in blue, blanc et rouge. Let's unpack this historic possibility and see if it's a dream worth chasing. Let's set the stage with the buzz that's shaking the NHL market. Sidney Crosby, the 38-year-old superstar and longtime captain of the Penguins, is synonymous with excellence. 3 Stanley Cups, 2 Hart trophies, and a career that cemented him as one of hockey's all-time greats. But whispers from league insiders suggest that internal discussions in Pittsburgh could open the door to a blockbuster trade. As Crosby nears the twilight of his illustrious career, the idea of chasing one more title or embracing a fresh challenge might be tempting. According to analysts close to the situation, described as real and growing, the Montreal Canadiens are actively monitoring this development, seeing in Crosby the perfect blend of skill, leadership, and tradition to elevate their ongoing rebuild. This isn't just a rumor, it's a potential game changer. Let's dive into why Crosby would be such a monumental fit for the Canadiens. Montreal is a team on the rise, blending young talents like Cole Caulfield, Uri Slafkovsky, and Ivan Demidov with strategic additions like Noah Dobson. After returning to the playoffs in 2024-25 for the first time since 2021, the Habs are hungry to reclaim their place among the NHL's elite, but they've struggled to find a true second-line center or a veteran presence to anchor the locker room. Enter Crosby, a player who's not just a point-per-game machine, 1,606 points in 1,272 career games as of last season, but also a born leader. His ability to dominate faceoffs, drive play, and elevate line mates could transform a Habs' top 6, pairing him with Suzuki or slotting him as the ultimate 2C. Beyond the ice, his gravitas, honed through years of captaining Pittsburgh to glory, would instantly command respect in a young dressing room. Now, let's talk about the cost of such a historic trade. Crosby isn't just any player, he's an institution in Pittsburgh, and pry him away would require a king's ransom. Analysts suggest the Canadiens would need to offer a package of promising young talent, high draft picks, and possibly a proven roster player. Think along the lines of a prospect like Lane Hudson or Oliver Kapanen, a first-round pick or 2, and a current contributor like Kirby Dach or even Patrick Lane. Even then, there's a massive hurdle. Crosby's contract includes a no-movement clause, meaning he holds the final say on any trade. As one analyst noted, nothing happens without his direct approval. But here's the kicker. Montreal, with its storied history and passionate fan base, carries a unique allure, especially for a Canadian icon like Crosby. Playing at the Bell Center could be the kind of late-career challenge that intrigues him. Let's consider the Penguins' perspective and the challenges of this rumor becoming reality. Pittsburgh faces a delicate balance, honoring a legend who's defined their franchise while planning for the post-Crosby era. There's no clear indication they're ready to trade their captain, and doing so would signal a full pivot to rebuilding, something they resisted despite recent playoff struggles. Crosby's $8.7 million cap hit through 2024-25, with a likely extension looming, is manageable for Montreal's projected $38.1 million in cap space for 2026-27, but the real barrier is emotional and strategic. Trading Sid would be one of the biggest moves in recent NHL history, akin to Wayne Gretzky's departure from Edmonton in 1988. For the Penguins, any deal would need to net a haul that jumpstarts their future, and even then, fan backlash could be immense. This isn't a simple transaction, it's a tectonic shift. Let's zoom in on the emotional stakes for Habs fans. The idea of Sidney Crosby in a Canadiens jersey is the stuff of dreams. Social media is already ablaze with excitement. Fans envisioning him hoisting the Stanley Cup at the Bell Center, bringing glory back to a franchise that's been starved for it since 1993. His pedigree, Olympic gold for Canada, countless clutch playoff moments, aligns perfectly with Montreal's obsession with winning. But there's a flip side. At 38, Crosby isn't the dominant force he once was, though he's still elite. 87 points in 82 games last season. Could he adapt to a new system under Martin St. Louis? Would the cause gut our youth movement, delaying long-term success for a short-term boost? These are the questions that temper the hype with caution. Let's step back and assess the broader implications. If this trade somehow materializes, it would be a defining moment for the NHL, a historic transfer that reshapes two iconic franchises. For Montreal, Crosby's arrival would signal the end of a patient rebuild, thrusting the team into win-now mode with a legend at the helm. For Pittsburgh, it would mark the start of a new chapter, potentially a painful one, as they bid farewell to their cornerstone. But let's be real, the odds are slim. Crosby's loyalty to the Penguins, combined with his no-movement clause, makes this more fantasy than likelihood. Still, the mere rumor ignites hope and debate, reminding us why we love this sport. Anything can happen. As we wrap this up, I'm caught between awe at the thought of Sidney Crosby as a Hab and the sobering reality of how unlikely it is. This rumor, while far from confirmed, paints a picture of what could be a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see one of hockey's greatest wear our colors, leading a rejuvenated Canadian squad back to contention. The cost would be steep, and the hurdles are many, but the dream alone is enough to get the heart racing. Kent Hughes has shown he's bold, and while this might stay in the realm of speculation, it's a thrilling glimpse at the ambition driving Montreal's future. So, Habs faithful, I'm passing the puck to you. Would you trade the farm for Sidney Crosby, or is this a dream too costly to chase? Drop your wildest hopes and coldest takes in the comments. I'm dying to see if this rumor sparks the same fire in you as it does in me. And if the idea of Sid in Blue, Blanc et Rouge has you buzzing, hit that like button to show your passion. Let's keep this epic conversation alive as we watch for any hint of truth in this historic speculation. Until next time, keep dreaming and bleed blue, Blanc et Rouge.